Hey, welcome back and welcome to Gardening with Heidi. I just wanted to show you another place that I have an opportunity to garden. It is called the Garden of Grace. This is a community garden that's available to anyone. So if you don't have the best growing conditions in your yard, or you live in an apartment, you live in a city, research and find, you might find that you have community gardens available to rent out. So this is one of these opportunities, and because of the situation going on right now with COVID-19, the community does not have access to the garden. So there's just a small handful of us that actually have rented beds in here that are managing this whole place. So remember, we're in the middle of summer. We are in the middle of Florida, which is weeds, lots of rain, and then also dry. So we are doing our best to maintain this, but I'm just going to show you some plants that maybe you've never seen and show you my garden that I started a few weeks ago. All right, so come on in. So this is called our biblical garden. We represent some of the plants that are in the Bible. Um, so there's just a few things in there. We have a fantastic mango tree. Right now it's mango season. However, we have these iguanas that are troubling us. And it's very unusual, but we have them and we can't seem to catch them. You can see we've tried to trap them with this nice sweet mangoes, but you know what? They're just too tricky. They're just, it doesn't work. Not working. So anyway, this is a mango tree. If you've never seen one, let's find a fruit here. Oh, here's a nice fruit. We got some here and right here. So you can see this is a mango. Starting to get ready. All right, we'll go around this way. It's always nice to have some flowering plants in your garden to attract the pollinators, the bees and other things. So it's a nice color as well. So I can't remember the name of this one. This is called Firecracker Bush, I believe. And this is a good one to attract bees. Now, I am not super familiar with all of these plants here quite yet because I don't know all of them. But this one I do know. And this is another one of those amazing plants that God's created. And it's called the Neem Tree. The neem tree is very medicinal. It's used in all kinds of applications for antibacterial purposes. You can find neem toothpaste. Uh, just things for your skin is just great. So I'll probably be talking about some products that you could use and actually use the neem oil. Neem oil is also used to combat pests on other plants. So you can actually use this plant to make your natural pesticides. All right. This is just a Croton. You probably saw these in my yard. I didn't talk about them. They're nice. They just have like all these colors, super easy to take care of. You can chop them back. I love these plants for Florida. All right, this is a cassava tree. This is actually food. You would eat the lower part of it. They grow a lot of this. It's a starch that you can make a lot of different foods. Uh, there's a lot of process in processing the root, however, but this is what a cassava plant looks like. All right. We got some pineapples here, and there's some moringa and some bananas. That is the cranberry hibiscus, which is really delicious. That's got the nice burgundy color on that plant. It's happy. Here's another moringa tree. And the iguanas were loving this thing so much they were climbing up and it would just bend over. So we had to stake it up, and it looks like it's gonna make it. Oh, this is a nice fig. So this is a fig. This one's actually ready to pick. So this is a fig plant. So something that you can do in your gardens that we do here just to help with um, mulch. Mulch is super important to add nutrients to the soil, to protect the soil from the sun. It's actually like a natural sunscreen. And so what we do here is we bring cardboard, which will break down naturally after time, but it helps keep the soil cool, it helps keep the moisture down, and then we mulch over the top of it with mulch that we get from tree trimmers. So again, another way to probably another way to source um, materials for your garden is to contact some local tree trimmers. Usually they go around and trim and they chop it all up, but they have to pay to dump it somewhere typically. So if you make a relationship with someone that you like, you can get trimmings delivered right to your door. So we have a couple piles out there, and we started just trying to get on top of it. Like I said, we have only a few of us here, so we come in, we lay some cardboard, and then mulch over it. Um, One of the other gardeners and I did this whole area in a day. So it's good to weed before if you can, and then put the cardboard down, and then mulch over it. You're going to get a better lasting um, time with that. So we're in the process of doing that. So that's what it looks like. So this over here are the beds that you can rent. So gardeners within the church or in the community can just rent a bed for a year. There's just an annual fee. And then the rest of the garden is we have people from the church that want to come in and just garden because they love it, or they just want to be part of the ministry and just work together and learn. We have some community beds over here. Right now they're closed because of the summer. We typically cover them up because it's too hot to really grow anything here. So we haven't had time with the COVID. We've kind of been distancing ourselves, and it's really you need a team to kind of work on this. So we're a little bit behind. So just excuse all the weeds, but this is what's happening. So these are our community beds that we grow things for the community, for the church, and we give it away to anyone in need. So this is a raised bed that was built to help with like elderly people who can't get down on their knees, so that they can stand and garden a little bit and just get involved with the group. So we just threw some cardboard over it because we're working on that area over there, just trying to keep the weeds from going to seed, and then we're going to cover this up. Again, we're going to work on this, but this will get going in the fall, and in Florida we grow a lot of our vegetables and things in the winter actually. So you're just seeing what we're working on there. Um, just some more plants in here. Let's see if I can find some that are interesting. So this is edible ginger right here. It's looking nice. And that's a really nice pineapple. I think that's a really nice pineapple. Oh, this is a great plant. I really love this plant. So you probably have never seen this plant. It's called the strawberry tree. And if you've ever had Captain Crunch berries, and like me when I was a kid, I used to just eat the berries out of the Captain Crunch. Now they actually have it where you can just get the whole box of berries. I mean, we were not that fortunate. So, but anyway, I would say that the flavor of the Captain Crunch berry was taken off of this plant. And this tree is probably less than a year old. Okay, its leaves are really soft and really nice. But you're gonna see here, see these little red berries that come up right here. You can pick those off when they're red. This one's not quite as red as let's say this one. This one's a little bit redder. So you're gonna pick those, and then, I eat them right off the tree because they're good. Captain Crunch berries, man, it's the best. I love this tree. I mean, it's fast growing. If you have a yard that you want a little bit of shade and some great shape, this plant will grow fast and it'll give you good snacks when you're in your garden. I love this plant. Sorry. We have some more mangoes. So these came from Echo. This is called a Pickering Echo. And all right, this is a nice plant back here. These are Monsteras, and a lot of people you'll see people have these inside their houses because of the wonderful leaf shape, and they fill up a nice room. Um, so this plant is used a lot there, but it also has a fruit that you can eat that people maybe don't know about. And it's not fruiting yet, but I will eventually down the line get into a place where we have some access to bigger plants, more mature plants that are fruiting all the time. And so when I show you those, it's amazing. The inside, you have to pick it at just the right time, however, because if you eat it too soon, it's like insulation. The oxalates within the pod will just cut up your mouth. But if you wait for it to ripen naturally, it basically just falls off the flower. And it's a cross between banana and mango, and it's delicious. Cool plant. Do we want to go to my garden now?
Sure.
All right.